The NHS in Sussex says the junior doctors' strike has affected patient care, but its performance has still been fairly stable since the walkout began on Wednesday morning. Patients have had to endure longer waits in A&E, and some appointments and treatments have been postponed until the new year. This strike ends at 7 a.m. tomorrow, but will be followed by a 6-day strike at the start of January, the longest in NHS history.
A doctor starting out now with about £100,000 worth of debt is getting paid around £15 an hour. We don't think this is acceptable. We feel an appropriate rate, what we're asking for, is to be the same as we were paid in 2008, which would amount to now being about £19 an hour. So that's what we're asking for.
Well, our health correspondent Mark Norman joins me now. Mark, do we get any sense of how the NHS has coped this week?
Well, I think, as you said in your introduction, it's been fairly stable, which is good news. A really good indication of that is how quickly ambulances hand over patients at the front door at A&E. That's gone pretty well. There's also been a big push on discharging patients back home, if they can, to free up beds for the sickest patients over Christmas. Also gone quite well, I understand. The big challenge this weekend is infections, COVID and flu. The numbers are rising. Yes, that involves patients, but it also involves staff. So some staff are on strike, others are on annual leave for the holiday, some are phoning in sick. So the pressure does not relent at any point. Having said that, the government insists that the door is open to negotiations for the strike.
The Secretary of State has been really clear that if they call off the strikes, the door is open to talk about both pay and work-related issues. And she has said that she'd be available within 20 minutes if those strikes were called off. So the door is firmly open, and we would really urge the BMA to get back round the table to see, as we've done with consultant strikes and other healthcare professionals, we've reached a settlement, that we can reach a settlement with them as well.
Mark, this strike ends tomorrow, but of course the next one is just around the corner. Not
just the next one, a 6-day one starts on the 3rd of January. A lot of nervousness about that. Doing everything they can to free up as many beds as possible, make sure they've got as many staff as possible. But one health professional said to me, look, it could be anything between calm and apocalyptic and anything in between. They are really very nervous about this. The message, as ever, is for us to think about using services wisely. Yes, over the Christmas holiday period, but also as we think things are getting back to normal on the 3rd of January, they're getting even more chaotic for the NHS. We have to be very careful about how we use it. They are very worried about that 6-day strike in January.
Troubling times. Thank you very much indeed, Mark.